ladies and gentlemen, dungeons, dragons, DMs and players, everything in between and thereabouts. I am Mr. Kraken, and today I will be designing a dungeon based on rolls from this here book. Yes, it's the Dungeon Master's Guide, 5th edition. What I'm going to be doing is going through the roll tables at the back. I believe it's page 207, I think. Hang on a moment. I've got it tastefully bookmarked. 290. Appendix A, Random Dungeons. Now, I've already done the original rolls for who made the dungeon, what peoples made it, and why it's now abandoned, or whether it's abandoned or not. I'm not going to show that on the stream. My players are very good players when it comes to metagaming. They're pretty damn good, to be fair. They don't do it generally, but I don't want to chuck too many spoilers in. That said, for my players, there are going to be some spoilers, because obviously we're making the dungeon now. But yeah, the sort of storyline part of it won't go into this stream. I'll leave that as a surprise for you. So, without further ado, let's pull up the display. There we go. And as one of the players is already in chat, talk. We'll bring the chat up as well. And that didn't work. I knew it wouldn't. Never mind. If only YouTube would give us, you know, the thing like Twitch has got with the chatty thing. I prefer streaming straight to YouTube though. Instant archiving. Marvellous. So yeah. Let's open up Dungeon 1. I've already made the file and put my grid down, given it a name. The Fallen Vault. We'll get rid of the extras because I've already got a grid placed down. I do use a grid in Photoshop. And that's in File. No, it isn't. It's in Edit, Preferences, and Guides, Grid, and Slices. Now, because I primarily use Roll20, my grid lines are every 70 pixels, which is the native grid spacing on Roll20. Depending on what scale I'm working on, I'll have subdivisions set to 2. So if I'm working on a 1 square equals 10 foot, then I'll put the subdivisions in. I like working at 5 foot scale. On the whole. And hello, Random Video Guy 3340. And yes, Tok, it is. Well, it's not a blue screen; it's a green screen. It's a chroma screen. Yeah, I thought I'd go all fancy. I've got all my photography kit, and I thought I'd use it for streaming too. Put it to use. That way, I can claim it against taxes or something. I don't know. Right. So I've got my grid set up. I've already got it done on a new layer. The Fallen Vault is go. I'll put that as key and stuff. So, obviously, if you have any Dungeons and Dragons related questions, please do ask. Give me a sec. I'm just naming layers. I know you can't necessarily see that. I thought you could. I thought I'd Hoojby flipped it around, but clearly not. I do apologise. So, yes, do say hello and all that stuff. If you're watching this on repeat, leave a comment. Feel free to ask questions because I'll just answer them next time. Speaking of next time, let's do a roundup of the last stream, which was Raven's Landing. If you've watched it, if you haven't, go back and watch it. But if you have, this is what Raven's Landing is currently looking like. And considering where it was when we started, it was here. I've totally rehashed it. I've rescaled it because I wanted it to be a lot bigger. It's a sort of central trading hub in my campaign, so I needed it to be more town size than village size. And yeah, it's sort of exponential growth. And it's coming together nicely. Should be ready just in time for the start of the campaign. So let's actually get started. So I've got all my who done what and why it's there. So, to the book of much DMness we do go. Yes, so much more talk. So much more. It's marvellous. So, obviously I don't know whether I can read out the exact wording of everything on the page because it's Wizards and they haven't done the license stuff yet, and unless you fancy grounds, but let's play. So yeah, starting area. You need an entrance to a dungeon, and for this it's a D10 roll. God damn it! I knew I would miss a dice out. Excuse me while I open. Finally, I found another bag of dice to go in my box of much dice. Yeah, I'm finally going to open my 5th edition starter set dice bag thing. I would use my teeth, but I haven't really got any. Use a little cutting instrument. And these are bloody great knife. Never mind. So, 1d10, if you please, oh bag of little diceness. There's not even a d10 in here. Alright, screw it. We'll use a d12 and just re-roll 11 or 2. Oh, 1. So, it's a square starting area, 20 foot by 20 foot, passage on each wall. That's interesting. So, I'm assuming by passage on each wall, that means that there's a passage off. So, it's like a cool little spigot type deal. Okay, we can work with that. Tok says he's going in every single building in Raven's Landing. You're welcome to, mate. I will handle it. I'm prepared for you. I know what you're like. So, let's get my black out and go to my wool brush, which is the same dry media brush I use for most of my line work when it comes to mapping. If you want to have a quick look, just have a quick look at the properties. It is dual brush. Can't remember what I said it as now, but I've got quite a lot of brushes. So in order to sort of chuck it together, I just grabbed a brush, carried on scribbling and stuff like that. Transfer, I do not. Why do you keep turning on? I don't want transfer on. It's fine. I think I've sorted out the music this time as well. All from YouTube's Creator Academy music file, which is great. It's fine. Use it. Download it. Just run it while you're going. Let's see how big that is. That's fine. So it was 20 foot by 20 foot with a passage off each wall. So starting area, line work. 5, 10, 15, 20. It's kind of small, but we can work with it. It's fine. It's a very cramped sort of starting area for your group to go in if you've got 6 players. I think we've got in the There's Always a Tavern campaign now. Watch the trailer. It's on the channel. So we'll start with the good old basic block. That's all we want there. And a tunnel, a passage off each wall. When it's 20 foot by 20 foot, it's really annoying. I really want to make it 25 by 25, just so I can. Slight OCD with the dungeony stuff, but I do believe there is, in fact, another roll for the passage. So we'll start with the east wall. We'll go around the gardens. D20. 13. That will be continue straight 20 foot, then passage turns right and continues 10 foot. Okie dokie. So, and we need to roll for the passage width as well. D12/D20. Why is it D12/D20? The existence of stairs presumes the dungeon with more than one level. Okay. Oh, so I could, if I wanted to, I could decide whether it's 5 foot or 10 foot. So I'll use the 12. See, I really like the 5th edition DMG. I really do. I know other DM guides have had it, so that's a 6, and it's 10 foot. Yes! The OCDness has been suppressed. And it was straight 20 foot, then right 10 foot. 20 foot. Ah! Don't do that. Nice dulcet tones of smooth jazz. That's not smooth jazz. Now when it says turn right, I know what we'll do is, because I'm keeping in mind who made it. It's not a natural cavern. It was crafted by someone. I got to keep that in mind, and that's gone to 5 foot. So we want to go. Yeah, there we go, and then another 10 foot that way. And when you build a dungeon like this from the DMG, you can make it as large or as small as you like. So you could just keep rolling. Just keep rolling. Cute Limp Biscuit. Although, not on this video. Go and play it on Winamp or whatever. Right, so that's that with the corridor. I don't know why I even bother putting in starting area lane work on the old layers. I'm having a voice day, by the sounds of it. It happens from time to time. I just can't stop myself from doing all crazy kinds of voices. Breast all in there. Which reminds me, Geek and Sundry have really annoyed me because everybody kept on talking about their D&D stuff, their Critical Role podcast. It's not a podcast. It was on Twitch, and it's only on their website and not on their YouTube channel. But seriously, watch it. Oh, that's ironic. Why have I got the funeral march in here? Oh, that's great. But Chopin. That is a bit of a tight corner, Tok. I'll grant you that. And I do believe that I can get the chat back up now. Hang on a second. There we go. It was just because I'd moved the scrolled up. So, there we go. Whoop. There we go. So, anyone who wants to chat, it doesn't look like I'm just talking to myself now. It's in the box. Well, it looks like I'm talking to myself anyway. But it does. Don't start! It narrows on the corner. Oh, screw it. Alright, you've had your way! Bloody players. Well, actually, saying that, Tok is no longer a player, ladies and gentlemen. Well, he is, but not just a player. Because Tok is building his campaign, so I can actually play as a character, which may or may not be this guy here. See if the focus will work. Come on. There we go. Yeah. No spoilers. But that's my little gnome dude that I had made at Hero Forge, just as a sort of review type thing. And I'm pretty impressed. In fairness, I should have made one for you know, the wavy stuff that they've got. Like, they've got a flail that goes way out. But this doesn't feel that bendy. So whether they've upgraded their materials, who knows? So, we want to go on the south wall now, because what we'll do is we'll do the one and then the passage and then another room and then whatever the passages come off. It's all good. So we want a passage off of the south wall, and that's an 11. Continue straight 20 foot, then turns left. Oh, lovely. And the width will be a 12. Where's my 12 gone? I just had that. There we go. 3. Oh, that's 10 foot as well. Marvellous. It is a nice mini top. I've got to get it painted. See, the original reason I was ordering a custom mini. Oops, I need to go 20 foot than I was to sort of give me an aid when I'm making tokens, drawing them from scratch. So taking a couple of photographs of it top down, and I've got a bag of really cheap Chinese minis. Ah, the cheap Chinese minis. Hang on, I've got to show you the cheap Chinese minis. Ah, never mind. Oh, no, there they are. Cheap Chinese minis. Excuse the rustling. Now, they're not all bad, but they do really remind me of the old green toy soldiers that you used to get in little bags for like 10p. But there's one chap here. Come on. Don't focus on me, focus on this little Thayan assassin. That's what he kind of looks like. And he's a half-orc by the looks of it. And this goes more sort of Warhammery, even though they're meant to be D&Ders, D&D stuffs. Should we get in there? It's not going to be illuminated very much, but this is my favourite, the Drunk Spectre, and I appreciate that it's green. So there might be some issues with the chroma key, but that kind of makes it even better, if you ask me. But I've got another orc commander like figure going, and a wraith or a ghoul. I'm not quite sure how best to describe this lady. I'm sorry, I realise I'm meant to be, designing a dungeon here, but these cheap minis are fantastic. I think it cost £1 for all of them. I only got them just as reference for poses and stuff for making virtual tabletop tokens. Anyway, let's make a dungeon. So it turns left. Oh, so interesting. Now when it says left, I'm thinking going this direction and then left. Yeah, screw it, we'll do it that way. Or I don't know. See if they said north, south, east, or whatever. Or I don't know. All right. So when it says left, I'm just going to go that way. When it says oh wait, what? But I've gone right, going that way, and then if I was walking down that way, I'd then go left that way. Hello, Oxymoron Gaming. I'm gathering that's Martin. Fat boy. Let's crowdsource this. What do you think? Which way do you think I should go? This is number 1. This way for left. This is number 2. This way for left. What do you reckon? There we go. Good lad, fat boy. Good lad. 1 or 2. Speak now, or just leave it in my capable hands. I realise there is a delay. That's gone back to Chopin. Or is it? Oh no, it's still going. Just because I like it so much, we're going to put Hall of the Mountain King back on. One. Yep. I'll go with 1. The first answer is the deepest. Because when I design dungeons, if I was walking in, so this is the entrance here. And if you're walking that way, then that's right. But if you're walking that way, then that's left. So that's how I roll it. Let's do it then. And then it goes left 10 foot. Whoops. That went a bit wrong, didn't it? That needs to be in line, so that would then be... Oh dear, I've well cocked up that corner. Do you know what? I'm going to actually filter this one off. Just thinking on my toes here. We'll filter it off. We'll leave that open for now. So, now we want to go to the west wall. We'll need our 20 again. 7. Continue straight, 20 foot, side passage to the right, then an additional 10 foot. Oh right, so it has got that in the table, so this one needs to be closed off. Interesting. Although I now have an alarming feeling. Oh, I'm holding the mouse button by the looks of it. The mouse button, the pen button. So, that'll do for that for now. That'd be a nice little corner. So, we need to do the passage width again. Oh, that's 5 foot. Alright, interesting. So it said 20... And then, what was it? Side passage to the left, then an additional 10 foot after 20? Yeah, after 20. So, side passage to the left, we'll do that. Oh no, we need to roll again for that one. And then another 10 foot. There we go. Oh wait, there we go. Someone asked an interesting question on Reddit, just as I was posting the link to this stream actually. And that was, would you give advantage on a sleight of hand check if the person, the target, didn't know you were there? Now the way I see it, sleight of hand is a sort of check to see if you're noticed. Really? And what I said was that if the target was being distracted by another party member or by something else entirely, say there was a circus in town and an elephant had just escaped, that would mean their attention would be on the elephant. So I would give advantage on that sort of check. But if it was just, you know, you're bumping into that person trying to steal their purse and you roll a sleight of hand, then yes, that to me would just be a basic sleight of hand check. I wouldn't give you advantage on it. Or, you know, the help or sort of flanking scenario. So if you determined your order of march where you are on the map, and then there's this chappie who's begging to have his purse pinched, then having one person in front talking to them saying, "Excuse me, do you know the way to?" And the other one going, "I'll have your wallet, thank you." Book. Advantage. But it's DM's choice really on that sort of thing. Continue straight 20 foot, then passage turns right and continues 10 foot again. And the width, 10 foot. So what we'll do, we'll actually have that as a door. Let's have a door there, shall we? Making a nice little sort of maze network by the looks of it. And it said turn to the left, didn't it? Which is taking it on a rather extreme route. So what I'm going to do, continue 10 foot that way. Actually, no, it turns. Damn. Never mind. Oops. Yeah, actually we'll straight this one. So go that way. Oh, did it say passage to the left? Oh dear. I'm losing my marbles. Oh no, it just turned. Sweet. And it was turned to the right. First one to lick the door wins. Mika, it is live. I'll just quickly type a second. Hit the live button, and if the circle is red, then you are watching it live. Smiley face! Whoops. Now, my two little demons of the world, Fatboy and Tok, they are actually players in the campaign, and I wonder if they remember this. Let me just grab that away so they don't get any spoilers. Now. Oh yes, there we go. First one to lick the lock wins. The Horny Door. Which may or may not be featuring in the There's Always a Tavern campaign. So, we were turning to the right. La 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 la, and then it continued 10 foot. There we go. So, I'm going to put a door in there, and there are actually tables for the doors as well, which is marvellous. Whenever a table roll indicates a door... Alright, a table roll hasn't indicated a door. But I am... I don't know, do I include one? I don't know! Alright, no, I'll stick strict to the book for now. I may alter it, you know, as time goes on. But for now, I'm going to stick to the book. Because I'm good like that. Right, so this passage here, the Eastern Corridor, we're going to roll again for passage, which is the D20 again. And that's an 8. Continue straight 20 foot, side passage to the left, then an additional 10 foot ahead. Okie doke. So, continue straight 20. Is that actually going to bring us into this? Should we see if it narrows? That'd be nice. Ah, there he is, in with the minis. 8. So we continue at 10 foot. So 10, 20. Passage to the left. And see how wide that passage is. That's 10 foot still. That's really annoying. And continues for another 10 foot. There we go. This is actually a really, I don't know. I wouldn't say therapeutic way of designing a dungeon. I mean, it certainly helps, and it's sort of fuel for the imagination, because I've got an idea of what I want to do with the dungeon anyway, from the initial role of who built it, why they left it, and what's going on in the actual Creating Adventures chapter. So it's thinking of where I can put things, and I've yet to actually roll on a room or a chamber, which could make this dungeon very, very strange. Not gonna lie. I really wouldn't mind putting a chamber in somewhere, because these pathways are going on for a while. So this passageway that goes to the forks off is another passage. Please, 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 please land like high roll, 50. I shit you not, that is a 15. That means I get to put a chamber in. Roll on the chamber table. So, chamber D20 again. Jesus, 17. Oh, Jesus. That's not gonna fit. Yes, I see a problem with this random generating stuff here. I tell you what I'll do. Yes. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. We're gonna put this one here, where where the end is, rather than because this is a circular chamber that's 50 feet in diameter, and I'm gonna do a little top tip here for Photoshop making dungeons, and that is where are we? Oi! You are meant to be a path. Behave yourself. So we go up like that, and that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50-ish. So then you've got your you've got your path. Get it in position. Yep, that's fine. What we'll do is we'll flip that. Right click. Mika Dude is right. Can you survive the endless walk through the long corridors? I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Find out soon. Almost as entertaining as NASCAR. Oh look, they're turning! Oh look, they're turning! Oh look, they're turning. So that's interesting. A rather large, round room. I like that. See, I wouldn't have thought of that if I was just making it myself. I probably wouldn't have put in a circular room. So I like it. Okay, so we're not going to do the stocking of the dungeon just yet. Might start doing that once the general layout's complete. And for this circle 50 foot, I need to roll on table 2 for chamber exits, which is yet again a d20 roll. 7. That's not 7 exits. That is 1 exit. Now, does that exit include the passageway coming in? I don't know. Oh no, it doesn't. No, that's fine. It's covered in the book. Exit location. 20. Goddamn. Same wall as the entrance. It's a circular room. It could. It could be any of them all. It's Fat Boy, stand in the corner. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to re-roll that just because. 2. Opposite. That's fine. Opposite is fine. And now exit type. Could be a door or a corridor. It's a door. We have a door. Marvellous. Roll on the door type table. That's another d20. Ooh. Well, it's door. And get a 20 and make a corner. Now, I'm speaking directly to Fat Boy and Tok. What you're about to hear, your characters did not. But we're going to put in a secret door opposite the entrance. You watch now. As soon as we get to this dungeon... Oh, I'm going to see if I can find any hidden doors. If you either... No, I trust you. You're good people. So, we have a secret door. And I'm going to put that on an overlay so that I know when I come to export this that I need to put an overlay on Roll20, because I'm not a big fan of including the secret door markers or anything like that. Hello, Clastalala. Boom. Right, so now, as there's a door, it can't necessarily go to the ethereal plane, so we need to find out what's beyond the door. Beyond the door, there's a table for beyond the door. I love it. This is great. This is the first time I've ever made a dungeon just by rolling dice. 4. Passage 20 foot straight ahead. So we need to roll for the width. This is like ultimate dice game, man. And it's 5 foot. Awesome. You thought actually playing D&D was dice game. Try being the DM using the DMG. I'm going to change the name of that layer because that layer was called starting area line work, and I've just sort of continued, so it's just line work now. So did that say 10 foot or 20 foot? I can't remember now. 20 foot straight ahead. Stop it. I know I was still holding shift. So I'm going to leave that in, obviously, because it's a secret door. That is a hell of a room with only one entrance and one exit. I got a cool idea what that room can be. Almost rolling as much as fatal. Well, I appreciate that this might not be the most entertaining stream that is available today, but... Ooh! I just looked at the stocking. Oh, chamber purpose. Oh. I like it. Cool. I'm gonna, most of this I'm gonna go through after, because it includes the parts of what the dungeon origin is, and whether there's traps or whatever. So I'll do that afterwards. But this is generally just mapping out the dungeon and painting in the floorboards and stuff, tiles. God, this song is depressing. I know it's an upbeat song, but it's depressing me. So passage. What's at the end of the passage? Nothing. We just continue rolling. Excuse me. 5. Continue straight 20 foot. Passage ends in a door. Nice! Wait, come here. Oh dear. We're running out of map space, Captain. Straight 20 feet. That actually that works pretty well, considering that's a secret door, and then it's a nice long passageway. I like it. Boobs. I know exactly who that is. Yeah. Say hello to player number 3. Cluster la la. Something to do with Lex. Now then, door. That's what we're doing. Door. Door type. 2. What? Oh, it's wooden. That's fine. I have just the thing. In the props folder, dungeon 1. Ah! No! Duplicate. Dungeon 1. Door. Standard wooden door. Common or garden variety. Well, you might recognise this song. It's from the trailer. Oop. There we go. We have a door. Our first actual door. Woo! Cooking on gas. Beyond the door. D20 roll again. 17. Chamber. Oh, it works again, but 11. Rectangle, 30 by 40. Okie dokie. Has my chat stopped working, or have you just stopped chatting? 30 by 40, yes, I'm going to need to extend. Whoop. Ooh. Oh, I knew there was a reason why I did that. Ah! Give me a moment. Woohoo! Door! Door! There we go. It's better. So it's 30 by 40. So now it doesn't need to be dead central, so I'm not going to make it dead central, I don't think. So we're going to go down this way. 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30, 40. There we go. Marvellous. Let's just brighten that up a bit so we've got a bit more. Whoop, bunk. There we go. And now drop that down a bit. There we go. Right. Now I've got to put exits into this one again. And that's on table 1. So D20 on a normal chamber. Jesus! 17. 3 exits. Oh dear. Oh, so we're going to go on exit type. Or exit location, sorry. So, exit 1 is 15. Wall right of the entrance. So, whoop. I'll do that in there. I'll do nicely. 13. Wall right of the entrance. Oh dear. Let's put it on the other side. Got a good feeling about this. Where's this one going to go? Ah, crap. Same wall as the entrance. Alrighty. Any tips on world building? Don't necessarily start with the world. You could think huge. Get a name for your continent. Decide what sort of pantheon of gods, atmosphere, land type. Well, it's all down to the area, really. I mean, sort of general rule of thumb with D&D is that you've got your main plane of existence, which is your Earth type place, but then there's several planes of existence where you could change it up completely. I mean, you got the Shadowfell, the Feywild. You like the Fey. So it's really, I don't know, unless it's a sort of specific question. It's down to how you want to do it, really. I mean, if you want your standard sort of D&D adventures that only occasionally meet with burning landscapes and stuff like that and have them plane shift, then just stick with your sort of Greyhawk, Forgotten Realms, Eberron type place in the standard world, and just have different regions. So you've got the frozen north, the scorching Mediterranean areas and stuff like that. I mean, hell, you could even have dungeons that are very close to the core. So there's lava making them hotter. So as the group descends, they get hotter and hotter and end up with the exhaustion effects. Right. Exit types on this. So that would be another door for the first one. Door type. Yeah, it's a wooden door. So we've got another wooden door. Then we've got a corridor, 10 foot long. And a 9. Which is another door. That didn't work. 5. And it's another wooden door. There's a lot of wooden doors. So, number 1 is a wooden door. Number 2 is a wooden door. Oh no, number 2 was a corridor. Number 3 was a door. So corridor 10 foot. Dibby 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 dee. Ancient Asian-inspired landscape with less heat. So lots of high mountains and vast plateaus, really. And lots of woods. I don't like woods. Forests, whatever. So beyond the door for this one. See, I mean, after about 50 minutes, and well, actually, let's say about after half an hour of actually making the dungeon, there's still loads to do, and this could just keep going on and on and on. There will obviously be a point where I just sort of go, right, that's enough for this dungeon. I'm tempted to make these stairs on these corners. I'll change that one so it's not a line across. Is that ancient ruins to plunder or blunder? I'm really not liking the way I did that. Ta 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 ta. There we go. That's better. Yeah, much better. That was bugging me. So we need to roll for beyond the door on this one. Let's bring this over here so I don't have to keep trying it out. Beyond a door. 3. Passage 20 foot straight ahead. Passage width is 10 foot. Lots of wide passages in this dungeon, which was fine for the first room. I might as well take that. But want that nice tight feeling of insecurity instilled in the players, if you're a kind and merciful DM, of course. Plenty of ancient ruins to explore and perhaps plunder. Won't be going out of your way to kill anyone. Oh, kill your players. No, well, you shouldn't. As a DM, you shouldn't set out to kill your players. It's all about telling a story and having fun. I mean, you set the scene and you think of the adventures, but I mean, your players will generally decide adventures. You've just got to look at the actions that they play out. Say, for example, a certain adventurer buys a dodgy looking egg off of some bloke in a tavern just because you threw it in there because it was Easter. That could open up a whole plethora of possibilities, especially if said egg was green and then the very next encounter was with a green dragon. Could have had many possible things. Yeah, exactly, Make a Dude. You're your playable character's biggest fan because you want them to enjoy your world. You want them to generate more stories for you to then make more adventures and they can make more. That's why I don't see the point in having. Well, alright, there is a point to one-shots. But for me, I'd rather just have a massive ongoing story. And I mean, yeah, alright, players are going to die. Characters are going to die. Players are going to leave, but there we go. Yep, exactly, Make a Dude. And I've got some treats in store for There's Always a Tavern. I really have. Hopefully, it'll make you want to play every week. Fat boy, I'm looking at you. I'm joking. Although I have got a hell of a mental image of your character. Thanks to Talk. What am I doing on this passage anyway? Passage 5, continue straight, 20 foot, then ends in a door. Door! Oops. I wonder if, like, some D&D, the official mappers use these tables. Just they just think, screw it, let's just roll. Wolves are overpowered. Yes, they are. So it ends in a door. So what we'll do is we'll bring this. No. Shift that down. There we go. Quick save. What type of door is it? This has got to be the most boring D&D stream ever. I apologise. I thought it'd be a good idea. I'm having fun though, rolling a dungeon, but I could have fun, doing it without a live audience. What do you reckon? The adventure is the key. Yes, it is. It really is. The storytelling aspect. Extra points for roleplay, always. I forgot why I even rolled then. Sure. What's with the low rolls? Right. It's black dice. Yep. That starter set one isn't doing very well. I rolled a 1. So it's wooden! Hooray for wooden doors! There we go, wooden door. Beyond the door. This is going to be very tight. We might have to go in a different direction. 20 foot straight ahead. Something tells me that. Ooh, it's going to skim it. That's all right. That's fine. There we go. So that's quite interesting. I kind of like how that came about. Intriguing. So beyond that, we have got 12. So it continues 20 and then turns left. Ooh, this is actually sort of encroaching back to where we were. I like it. We'll give it a sharp left. Just cause. There we go. Nice. See what else? It doesn't look like we're going in that direction now. Whoops. We'll bring it over here. Like so. Now, going by the size of it, I'm trying to think of ways to include it in the campaign. Because this is quite humongous. I want a humunculous dungeon. Is it humunculous or hermunculous? It's quite often only Americans I hear say humunculous. So, never know. Right! Corridorage! More corridorage! If only architecture was this easy. Leave it to the fate. Chamber! We have a chamber! 30? Ooh. My, that's a big one. Rectangle 40 by 50. Ah, yes, I'm a bit out of whack there now. There we go. Whoop. There we go. That should bring it in nicely. It's almost as big. Oh, Lazarus is junk. Now, rolling a critical on, well, not bluffing, but a charisma check to determine the size of your penis. That's D&D! It's the size of the Empire State Building. Or some other landmark. What am I doing? There we go. Whoop. So we got 40 by 50. Let's go. Wait, come here. Oh, that's 25. So 15. And then 20, 30, 40, 50. Good. Wait. Edge over. There we go. Thank you, Psycha Sakowski. How do you pronounce your name? But thank you for subscribing. This is kind of what I do. I mean, I do play games, and we will be streaming. There's always a tavern, obviously, and uploading the sessions to the YouTubes. But I mean, I could spend my Saturday when I'm not working and my daughter's with my mother, having fun with her grandmother. It's always fun. Oh, I could just play, you know, GTA all day or play Armour or whatever, but I'd rather do this. Help out fledgling DMs and also make stuff for my campaign at the same time. It works. It just works. Right. So, chamber. We need to roll for the chamber exits. Nice! 6. It's got a little dot to denote whether it's a 6 or a 9, and I missed it. 6 is 1. Okay, so exit location once more. 19. Same wall as entrance. Alright, no, I can live with that. Yes, I can live with that. So, exit type is another D20 roll. 12. It's a corridor. See, most of this can be changed if you want to, but I'm trying to remain as pure as possible to the dice for the purpose of the stream. So we go 10 foot. Whoops. I want to make that. Would help if it was 10 foot. There we go. There we go. Liking it, liking it. And beyond this passage is another passage, probably for continue straight 20 foot, door to the left, then an additional 10 foot ahead. So does that mean door to the left and then 10 foot beyond? Ah, screw it, we'll find out. Well, actually no, it's fine. It's fine. Actually, do you know what? I am going to break just because of how this is landed. So what we're going to do is that way, and then this can go all the way up to that way. Yes, JD Barnes.
Vagina.
Any reason for vagina?
I take it you found the stream via Reddit.
Eh. I like Reddit. Well, I like the RD&D and D&D behind the screen. Yeah, we'll dead end that one. We'll chuck a door in there and join that one up. That makes sense. In a roundabout kind of way. Lost with the plot here. Genitalia of the female kind. Hoop. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense, considering that's a secret door. Yeah, screw it. We'll leave it like that. But just to sort of remain pure. Well, the only girl that matters likes my beard. She actually likes it so much. Where's it gone? Ah! She even got me mustache wax. There we are. Mustache wax.
Marvelous. Yes. Beardage.
Beard, kilt, top hat, bowler hat, any kind of hat. So on this one, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to deliberately go off-piste and chuck a chamber in there, or as an offshoot of this, just because I've got an idea for it and there's not much space to be had there at the moment, but I've got an idea. I'm not going to tell you what the idea is, obviously, because Fatboy and Tok are watching. But I've got an idea. Oops. Right, that can go in there. That's fine. That's cool. That's fine. The girl is not Tok. Although I'm sure Tok wouldn't mind being tickled by my beard. What's the point in having a beard if it doesn't tickle? So that's looking pretty good. That's closed off. That's joined up. That's down to here. Row 5. Ah, yes, you've not long joined the stream, Mika. I do use the grid on Photoshop, as I explained at the start. But if you weren't watching, you weren't watching, so it doesn't matter. But at the moment, I am using 70 by 70 grid layer, just because I don't necessarily need the Photoshop grid functionality for this one, and I just leave the grid on there. Passageway number 4. Continue straight, door to left, then and and then an additional 10 foot. Cool. Was that 20? Yes, it was 20. Door to the left, and then 10 foot. Door type, come on, give us something other than a wooden door. Yes! Ooh, now that's an interesting one. That's a secret door that is either barred or locked. A barred secret door, that could be interesting. There. Hello, Anson. Whoops. Door coming up there. The secret. Let's have a quick roll. See where we go with this one. Ooh, 20 stairs. Ooh, stairs. Interesting. Stair type. Stair type level. Down 2 levels to a passage 20 foot long. Now, what do they define as a level? Is it actually a level, as we would refer to them? And what I want is the amount of space between them. Distance of 30 feet. Yeah, 30 feet between levels. Yeah. There. Is that enough confirmation for you? $25. Oh dear. That's going to have to go down even further. Right, that's what we'll do on there. Go across there. Continue 7 foot. That'll do. That's like 1.5 levels. Not 2 levels. Maybe alright. What do we get at the end? Should we roll on the passageway? 7. Continue continue straight 20, then side passage to the right. Oops. Oh, we need to roll the passage on that one. 13. Ah! Just so I remember. Whoops. There we go. Down. 20, then to the right. Go away. Damn lines. Wait. Normally helps if I remember to take my finger off shift. Passageway to the right. Then that continues on. I get the feeling that this is going to go underneath the previous one. The east to west. So, hopefully we'll get a chamber in there because that's starting to get a bit crowded. Oh. Comes to a dead end.
Nice. 10% chance of a secret door.
Whoops. Get the line right. There we go. Yeah. Interesting. Whoops. So we got the dead end there. That's yeah. Dead ends can be fun. Depends how vicious you are with traps and puzzles. It's turning into quite a nice little network. Oh crap! We still got the other door. Ah, I can go to Shadowfell. Be fine. Go with this one. 18 is a chamber. Oh, crit. Ah! 40 foot by 60 foot. Sweet Jesus. This has got to be like the boss fight. Doom. These are excuse me. There we go. These are 5 foot wide because the roll is determining their width. Unfortunately, I mean, it does make for interesting scenarios when they're only 5 feet wide. I'll grant you there's quite a lot on this end of the map. At the top, it's mainly 10 foot, but we'll see. We'll see. If this turns out to be the best dungeon that I've ever made, screw it! But you really need to get your order of march right for a 5 foot wide corridor. What is it? Oh yes, I was doing the chamber, wasn't I? 40 by 60. Have I even got that much room left? No, 10, 20, 30. Oh dear. Ah! And also, welcome to the chat, Doomshock. And goodbye, JD Barnes. Forgot to mention that bit. Mi scusi. La, da, 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 da. So, where are we? Whoops. 10, 20, 30, 40. Let's move that off there. Bottlenecks with a decent AC can be interesting. Yes! Bottlenecks with... Well, bottlenecks can just be interesting. So we've actually covered 15... Especially if you've got sturges and things like that. That can make for some serious combat. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 up there. What we'll do is we'll take that to there. Take that down. That is not a trapezoid, but screw it. So on the side of the grid. There we go. Good, we have another exit. Exit? Closed room. For now. Now then. So that's gone down 2 levels. Or 1.5, didn't I? That's what I said. So we could... I suppose that could be a massive chamber. Yep, I'll think about it. So, if we continue at the moment with that passage, 10 is continue straight, 20 foot comes to a dead end. Oh wow, that's interesting. And it's also 10 foot wide. We're back on the 10 footers. So that's interesting. So, like I said, all the time I'm making it, it needs an acid pit. Well, like I said, that side of the dungeon creation I'm not going to do on stream. That's the breather. But I am actually going to roll the items in the dungeon and the dressing and all of that. I kind of like how this area's come about, because you've got a secret door that might be barred or locked, that then descends 60 foot into the earth, and then you've got dead end, and a massive room. I like it. So, continuing on with the same level corridor, 17. That is... oh crap, it's a chamber. Uh-oh. Will Wheaton likes acid pits. All I can hear is the whoa from the intro to the next year's adventure. So this is meant to be a chamber. But that's going to get... could overlay it. I'm not going to remember that. No. Wait. Yes. It's all good. It's all good. I got this. We'll go this way. And then we'll chuck a chamber on. But we'll leave the passage open. So many chambers.
Oh god, I just had a horrible thought. This is the Chamber of Secrets right here. Scusi.
So, we need a chamber. We need to roll for the chamber. That's 3 square 30 by 30. Sweet. Bonk. Go down. Down, down, down. And then we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. There we go. This might be a few sessions dungeon at this rate. Just looking at the way it's mapped out, just for a moment. So we got the entrance here. Yeah, that way, that way, that way, lovely, that way, that way, that way, that way. Yeah, cool, marvellous. Could you imagine if you had really bad rolls on making this dungeon and you just had secret door after secret door? That would be painful.
You enter the dungeon. There is a room.
And there's 7 secret doors. That's given me an idea. Okay, we're continuing this passageway. Passageway is 8. 10 foot, marvellous. Oh no, wait, sorry. Marvelling. Continue straight 20 foot, side passage to the left. And the width of this one is... back to 5 foot. Oh, it was anyway. So... 20, and then that way. Passage to the left. Only secret doors would be interesting. It would probably make your players very, very paranoid. And they'd spend hours looking for more doors. Right, let's see what this one to the left goes. Continue straight 20 foot. And then a passage to the left. And then continues 10 foot. How wide was this one though? Oh, 12. No. Oh, it's gone to 10 foot though, that's fine. That's all good. It would, although if you kept fudging the rolls, would be a short adventure. How do you mean fudging the on the creating the dungeon? Because if you fudged also all the secret, they were all secret doors. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you lot would actually do if you were presented with just a room. I'm sure I could think of something for you to do in just a room. Ooh, 18.
We have a chamber.
Rectangle 20 by 30. Yep, it's fine. Ideal for cruel dungeon number... A long dark corridor with a door at the end. It leads to a room. Once all the PCs are in the room, the dungeon shifts around and then... Oh. Now I've actually thought of that after the... after seeing the Acquisitions Incorporated PAX East, or what was it, East or South? Earlier on in the year. With the whole changing room stuff, I thought shifting rooms, but yeah, a shifting floor. It's a really good idea. I like that. Apologies for the bing bing. I'm using the zoom on my tablet. But yeah, that is a very good idea. I like that. Stolen! My precious. A perpetually shifting dungeon on the back of a giant turtle.
Oh no, wait. Sorry.
But no, shifting dungeon, which actually could be a planar portal, which is why it shifts so much, because of the seeping magic. Just extrapolating from an idea. But yeah, the magic from the portal is making it all shift around maybe as a defense mechanism to stop people getting to the portal. Thank you, Fatboy. It was PAX East.
Kind of like Maze Runner, but actually good. Yes.
So this chamber, we need to decide whether there's any exits, and I think that will be 3 exits apparently off of this chamber. Really? I don't think so. I mean, looking at it, could do, but then we are a bit pushed for space on this front. Just I might chuck one. Yeah. Fudge it a bit. Mimic? Damn right. I've always loved the idea of mimics. Oh look, a piece of candy.
Always wanted to see the terror.
But I'm a kind of merciful DM, so I'd never do such a thing to my players. I need to do the evil mustache bit. I mean the kind of merciful mustache. Oh, it's not working since I trimmed it. It probably just looks strange.
I'm sorry, but I need to narrate that.
It's just...
You walk into the dungeon. As the last person enters, the dungeon turns into a mouth and crushes you all to death. Roll new characters. See you next week.
I couldn't resist. I can't resist.
You have entered the giant maw of an ancient dragon. You're dead!
What did I say I was going to do with this? Oh yeah, there was going to be one exit. In fact, I am going to fudge this a little bit. Because this large chamber that we've got down here, I am going to fudge about with this. I know I said I was trying to remain pure, but I actually can't resist doing this. Because right now, we are on the upper level, and the chamber is 60 foot below. I've got an idea, because like I said, I'm not including the information about the dungeon, and that's for a specific reason, but I am going to be doing this. Just the guys will find out, and you'll find out too if you watch There's Always a Tavern when we put it out on the broadcast. All will be revealed whenever they get to this dungeon. They might never get to this dungeon, and you know what? That's cool. I don't plan that far ahead in a campaign. I get my big bad, not big bag. That's Lazarus's job. I get my big bad sorted out. I get the main sort of big bad henchmen. You know, the sort of puppets or whatever. Get them fleshed out. Make some scenarios. Chuck them on a random table on my web server. Just so that if those NPCs are encountered, I can then just go roll, and then that adventure hook can be chucked in and things like that. But if you rigidly plan your campaign, it's not going to be very fun for you when they don't go where you want them to go. And players have a habit of not going where you want them to go. You should never want your players to go anywhere. You should want to tell a fun story with them. It's all about reaction. And you can easily plan a reaction, an offshoot plot from stuff that they did in the last session. I haven't done much of it with the starter set because it's the starter set. If we were continuing with those characters, then I probably would. I have included little bits just for, the gits and shiggles, like the green egg at Easter, and Gobbles is still very much alive. Who knows? He may make a cameo somewhere. And right, so I've done that for reasons that I'm not going to explain. Now we want this passageway. It's going to be a 6. Continue straight. Side passage to the right. And Tok, it's not a Sarlacc pit. I've got an idea for it, which will be entertaining, I'm sure. Exactly. Well, right, so that's going over the top of that. I think this is an ideal moment for the broom cupboard effect.
Or is it?
For now, yes it is. But the DM describing what the players do. I mean, I'd rather you describe how you're going to act. And it's like for chat, that'll be in like the first session, because it's all very well and good me just going, oh, you do this and that and that and that when you do a roll, but I don't know, I kind of want you to have fun with describing. Like, if you nail a roll and I say, go ahead, what do you do? Then you do it. I mean, you'll have the damage roll, you'll have the whatever, Obviously, if it affects something else, then I'll be like, not quite, but, you know. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. We got another week or so. That's right. There's only about 2 weeks until There's Always a Tavern goes live! Hopefully. So this dungeon is actually very nearly wrapped up. No, it isn't. What am I saying? I'm talking gibberish. Christ. Right, let's go off this door. Let's sort this door out, because it's bugging me that this door is down here, and I've done nothing with it. 12! Continue straight for 20 foot. Let's get rid of that. That was entertaining for a moment, and then just became
silly.
10 foot wide passage, 20 foot. Oh, that's going down. There's an offshoot to the left. Actually, turns to the left, sorry. And go 10 foot. Wait, get away. Hello, Callum. In your fridge. Oh, waiting. Chamber? Chamber! Ooh. Oh, fuck. God's sake. How? No. Just no. I'm gonna re-roll that one. That's it. Oh. Alright, that'll do. In fact, I might carry that up there. Yeah, that'll work. We'll do that. That one can close off. So, see if we got any exits. No. Marvellous. I didn't even need to fudge it. What did I roll on the... Oh, the roll was another trapezoid that is 50 by 60. It's just... No. So I re-rolled it and got... I went from 20 to 1. Perfect. It's the way the dice goes. So that's actually the south end of this mapped out nicely. So I actually really like this dungeon. I hope it takes a few sessions to get through it, to be fair, because it's going to take me a while to actually plot out what's in it. So, this passage, hopefully the roll's going to take us back to the starting area and we can link things up. So passage, that's a 6. Straight 20 foot, side passage to the right, then 10 foot. Okay. Ooh. Holy Jesus. Right. That's big. 40 foot wide. Wow. Damn! That's big. That is so big. I'm trying to think the best way to do this now. Obviously we're going to have to open it up. pretty accurate what Tok has just put in chat. It is them. So it will probably take them a session just to get out of the starting area, because they'll have to decide which direction they want to go. Bearing in mind they've got a possible of 3. 10, 20, 30, 35. Oh, it's going to be wonky. Oh, no. Actually, just to mix it up a bit, and because I'm going to struggle in fitting that, what I'm going to do is this. Continue on. That's still not 40 foot wide. No, it doesn't take that long to figure out how to play D&D canon. Really doesn't. This isn't going well. Right. Let's go to there. Let's go to there. Jesus. Whoever included that sort of passage in a roll table? No! Alright, so let's go from there and then take it out there and that way. Oh, but I'm still going way ahead of myself. Right, let's go 20 foot there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Fuck me! I mean 40. Let's go straight up. Wait, get away. No. Ah! There we go. This has technically become a chamber all to itself. And it's meant to be a passageway. Yeesh. Actually, yeah, this is just not going to work in this space. So we'll do that. We'll do the passage coming off. I would have loved to include a 40-foot passageway earlier on. Passage coming off there, and then we'll take it that way. There. D&D is a board game. Well, it's, yeah, tabletop RPG, but there's virtual tabletops these days. Has been for a long time. So you can play over Google Hangouts and things like that. You don't even need a tabletop. You can just talk. I like maps though, and tokens and stuff like that. Right, so that's got to continue on 10 foot after that. Yeah, I see I'm going a bit of a wonk. What am I doing? I don't know.
Don't do massive corridors.
So, hello, Bob. I mean,
Hello, Silent.
how's the devil? 13 on the passage. Continue straight 20 foot, then the passage turns right and continues 10 foot. God damn! Oh dear. Oh, how big is it going to be? 5 foot! Oh god. Actually no, that's fine. That's fine. Bonk. That's an interesting room. That is going to be very interesting, trying to figure out what goes on in that room. So, goes to 5 foot, goes 20 foot. And then there's a passage going that way. That way. Whoops. That way. That way. That way. That way. Go. Now. There we go. Hummer, hummer. What time are we at? 15:45. Now, do I wrap this up at 4? We're looking pretty close to the end of establishing the actual layout of the dungeon, which is pretty cool. 3 on the passage. Continue straight 20 foot, door to the right, then an additional 10 foot. Oh, we got a door. That's for this in here. 20. Bonk. Then it goes on 10 after the door. Silent, you will catch us there at some point when there's always a tavern goes live, because we'll be streaming on the old Twitch. Because we won't have the chat up or anything like that, it's fine. I mean, the setup I use for streaming doesn't have the plugins and all that magic jazz for Twitch, unfortunately. But I don't particularly want to stream straight to YouTube with There's Always a Tavern, because I record as well as stream. So it's going to be a case of stream to Twitch, do some editing, maybe slice them into half-hour sections for the podcast, and then see what happens from there. I mean, that's probably the way I'll do it with There's Always a Tavern, but we shall see. Actually, whoops. Just for a little fart break or whatever.
Alright.
Join Rafe, Quentin, Taran, Geraldine, Lissama, and some dude who stabs things and didn't get his character name made in time for the trailer. There's Always a Tavern, coming soon. There's always a tavern set in a light editing by otherwise for the death, evisceration, burning, mutilation, disturbance, and or abduction of any life form, either corporeal or ethereal, in the adventures broadcast weekly live from the banking steps of the Underdark. Any resemblance to characters, people alive or dead is totally incidental and used for utmost comic effect.
There we go! If you hadn't seen it already. Couldn't resist. Gotta get the plugs in. Yeah, that'll be live on Twitch. Probably in about 2 weeks' time will be the first episode. The first session. 8 o'clock on Mondays we generally play. Or thereabouts, once everyone's decided what they're doing, where they're going, and whether they've joined the right game. Ow. Search for Acquisitions Incorporated. Yes, watch Acquisitions Incorporated. Listen to the podcast. They do start with 4th edition, but they eventually go on to D&D Next, which is 5th edition, the current edition of D&D. Or there's also Critical Roles on Twitch and the geekandsundry.com website. Professional voice actors playing D&D. A lot of people who play D&D are voice actors, really. But it is good. They are quite funny. But the walking advert for D&D is Acquisitions Incorporated, because the Wizards of the Coast guys actually approached Mike and Jerry saying, we want Penny Arcade to do something with Dungeons and Dragons. And Mike had actually never ever played Dungeons and Dragons, and it took, I think they said it was sort of blackmail on behalf of Jerry to get Mike to actually play D&D, and now Mike absolutely loves D&D, and I mean he DMs gaming groups and stuff like that for it. Interesting sort of spin on the fact that even though he didn't really want to play it, the first sessions he really got into it and had a laugh. But that was an interesting enlightenment moment for me when I found that out. So that's connected up. Now we are very nearly back at the entrance. Passageway 9. Continue straight 20 foot, side passage to the left, and an additional 10 foot ahead. Okay. Side passage to the left? I got a feeling this is going to join up round about now, but we'll see. Do that way. I didn't roll for width on that one. It's a 5 anyway. Never mind. Put it back. $10 foot. 10 foot. Right, well that's going to be outside at this rate, so we'll find out how wide this passageway goes. And exactly what it is. Oh, and luckily enough, that roll was an 8. So it goes forward 20 foot, then there's a passageway to the left. Let's see how wide it is. Oh! Ah! Damn it! That's better. We'll go with 20 foot. In fact, that was a continuation, so we'll make it 20 foot from there. Rather than hoojibee-doobidee. Hoobidee-bidee-bidee-bidee. Because that can sort of stretch to the outside. That's fine. I just realised what I'm doing there. That basically makes it a chamber. But it's all good. Actually, no, we can close that off there. Bring that across. We've all gone quiet again. I don't trust you lot when you're quiet. Whoops. Yep. 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 It's got 20. That has essentially now become a passage, a chamber. We go on, and that's gone to 10 foot. That's fine. Oh, stairs. Interesting. Interesting. 5. Down 1 level to a passage that is 20 foot. Okay. Actually, I've got an idea. So 1 level is approximately 30 foot. Ah, I see what you did there, Silent. You're not a man, you. But yes, you. How the hell? No, thank you, handle. So what? No. Let's get Grieg back on. I've always loved it. Can't help myself. Gotta love the fact that it's totally royalty free and all that jazz. Hooray for old music! Right, so that goes that way, that goes that way. Those are stairs down, and then there's a passage 20 foot long. The passage is 10 foot wide. Marvellous. Wait, why'd you do that? Nearly there. That's going to be interesting at the end of this, though. Was it door to the right, then additional to... I don't want to continue forward. Do you know what? I'm going to change from that and see what happens with this corridor down here. Just because... Oh, Christ. Continue straight 30 foot, no doors, all side passages, and it stretches to... Drop the die. Ah! Eee. It goes back to 40 foot. With 2 rows of pillars. Oh. Alright. So I actually rather believe that's going to intersect with this. Round about there, yeah. Don't! Why is that going off on a wonk? What am I doing here? What am I doing? It's better. So that actually goes down, so... Oops. I got wonky eye syndrome. Is that off? That's off. That's better. So yeah, we need to put pillars in again. It seems a very long time ago that we did this, but ellipse tool that's on path, and I'll do a new layer just so I can copy and paste. More pillars, stroke, stroke. There we go. We get we. Goodbye, Callum. Thank you for watching for a little bit. Awfully nice of you. Right, that works. They're all nicely together. What I'm gonna do, just because of how that sort of splooged together, that's gonna have to disappear. Although, do you know what? I'll be nice. So rather than fudge it and remove it, we'll keep something there and we'll put a room in. An odd shaped room. That works for me. Hello, talking gibberish! It's exactly what I do! Marvellous! Yes, that's what I was going to do. I was going to make this steps. Because the way it's sort of gone together is that's going down and this is massive. So we are nearly mapped. Ah! That look daft. Oh, I'm gonna have to make it wider again. Ah! Something tells me this won't be the first dungeon that the party come to. Although they are starting at level 3, so could do. Alright, they join up, so we need to erase that. There we go. Does this dungeon have a coat room? Every dungeon has a coat room. And as a matter of fact, here is the entrance to the dungeon. So you'd imagine that the coat room, or the cloak room as we like to call it years ago, would be pretty close to the exit. Pretty close to the exit, pretty close to the entrance. And so I'd say that this would be the cloakroom. There's the broom closet or the guest accommodation here. That's big. Another broom closet here. Massive broom closet with viewing gallery. Hat stands. You need a hat stand because there's always hats. Always need a hat stand, you know. I'm a staunch supporter of hat stands. I just ballsed up my chroma, didn't I? Yes, I did, because I bounced the lamp. There we go. Whoops. Lucky it didn't break, I suppose. Ah! Right. Where were we? Here! So, we want to square that off a bit. As it comes to the end. Oh, I don't know, actually. Drag it off. Here we go. Hang on. One must always have a hat. Do you know what? I think we're going to close this one off. Oops. That is going to be something. Another cloakroom, perhaps. Or a hat stand. Stage! This is now one of the weirdest looking dungeons I've ever designed, I think. I'm still thinking of, you know, the stuff that I've got in my head from when I actually rolled for who made it and all that stuff. And it just... yeah. I think that'll work quite nicely. Ah! We've got two tunnels that aren't matching. That disappear into the ether. They might be collapsed tunnels at this rate. Oh dear. Do you know what? Just because if I leave it to the dice roll, I'm gonna have nothing, absolutely nothing to be able to put in there. So we'll do it like this. Hat stand mimic! Always a nice idea. Good man, Black Otter. I seriously think that mimics get used far too much, but they just sort of work. I love mimics. Anything can be a mimic at any time. It's marvellous. So that's going underneath. And we'll step that down. So when I just drawing in these markers, it's just sort of, you know, for my own benefit. When I actually come to fully detailing it, then obviously I'll draw in the actual stairs and stuff. And I think that is actually the dungeon. Yes! Hooray! Pretty much solely made with dice rolls. This is kind of a review of the dice rolling McGubbin. And it went quite well. Only a few little bits that just wouldn't work. But that's to be expected with dice roll. Let's just do this and... Expand by 4 should be alright. I'm working with a 6 space brush. Let's go. And bonk. Now we can pull that across. And as I was saying earlier about not using the Photoshop grid, it's so that when it comes to like dungeon maps and stuff like that, as soon as I get to this point where I black out the sort of natural rock, there, the thing, that what's it. As soon as I get to that point, as soon as I block it in, I've got my battle grid and it's covered. What I want is a wizard with a trained hat-stand mimic butler. May I take your cloak, sir? Nice. I like it. So with this, I mean, I could texture it up myself with brushes, but we'll just do a quick jobby. I'm sure I've got some more rock textures in here somewhere. I don't really want a slate roof. Actually, that might work if I use it as... No. Maybe not. Ooh, blue. We're not in the ice fields. Yeah, that can work. I'll drop the opacity down on that for a bit and just go. Yeah, it's just... yeah. And a glow. Standard sort of tropes of map making. Spread out. So we've got a few different names appearing. Have you been lurking, or have you just found the link and gone, boop, oh, what's this in? In fact, what I might even do here is satin it. Just that there's that little bit. So it goes darker on it. There we go. That's better. Because I'm not the sort of person to sort of pay attention to viewer numbers. So I have no idea how many people are watching. And I couldn't care less, as long as the people that are watching and, you know, watch on replay, enjoy. That's all that matters, really. I need to get rid of that. That's Duke. Dink. Now, I haven't decided yet what the entrance is going to be like for this. Obviously, like I said, I know who built it and all of that. I did all that rolling before. And... oh, you silly boy, Pike. Don't tell him your name. Where was I? Yes! As long as the people that watch it enjoy it, people that watch it on catch-up, the on-demand service of YouTube, enjoy it, learn something from it, or generally just, you know, get ideas or inspiration on how to do stuff, then that's cool. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Right, so now select the negative, and underneath the rock layer I'm going to put in, whoops, dressing. Now you'll have to forgive me a moment because I am going to chuck in just one of my floor textures just for a little bit. That needs to go above the dressing. There we go. Drop the scale right down on that. This may not be the final one. I'm just saying now. Which one? Hue, no. Ah! I know what I'm doing wrong there. What if I did it in the pattern overlay itself? Wait. There we go. Grey. Oh, bloody hell. A grand entrance with animatronic wolves. Is that deliberately to scare Rod Halfcock? One of the characters in the current campaign. Just point out the other and say that. Hey! Yeah, easy. This is what always gets me when I chuck a floor pattern down. I don't like it, and then I end up doing it all individually, so sort of thing. What's that on like that? What have I done? Oh, I chucked the opacity down. That's all good. There we go. And that one's I've already put a grid on. Yeah, never mind. Alright, back to the cobbles it is. Crazy paving. Nothing like crazy paving in a dungeon. So, as it's been 2 and a bit hours, 2 and a quarter, we've now got the dungeon made. And I'm probably going to knock it on the head there, and I'm going to take my hat off because it's quite warm. But I've got the studio lights all set up and all that, and making me all look shiny and green screen magic. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe and all of that usual jazz. And stay tuned. If you follow me on twitch.tv, you'll see when there's always a tavern goes live. I will be cutting the sessions to upload to YouTube. So they'll probably be in like half-hour, 40-minute segments. Our sessions generally go on for 2.5 hours on a Monday night from 8 o'clock. And they will be streamed and then trimmed and uploaded with all the magical after stuff. I apologise. I've gone blurry. I need more coffee. But yes, there we have it. Yeah. A dungeon made entirely with a little bit of fudging from the DMG. And I think you'll agree that that's just from the outline. That looks like a pretty cool dungeon. A lot of stuff can go in there. I'm liking it. Thank you again. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends. Tell your DMs if you want. Tell your players. It's all good. Thank you. Peace out. I've been Mr. Kraken. And I'm now going to get more coffee. Definitely more coffee. Especially with this song playing.
Off and back.
Bye bye.